Hey, what's up? Lightbulb Joe here. Today we are going to discuss the 2006 Disney Pixar animated feature film Cars. This is all the Cars films are 2 hours long or more. There's three Cars films. This movie, I appreciate this movie. I don't love this movie. I like this movie. I like Cars. I don't love Cars. Majority of people will always say, I like Cars, I don't love Cars. But I love Cars Land in Disney California Adventure Park. Gorgeous, because it's super immersive. So, you have Lightning McQueen. He's a hotshot race car. He is, thinks he's a hot rod, right? So he's hot stuff. He can do no wrong. He's got stickers instead of headlights because the tracks are always lit. And he, takes advantage of his pit crew. So he's on his way in his Mack truck, Mack. He's on his way to another qualifying race, and Mack falls asleep. He hits a bump. Lightning is asleep, falls out of the trailer, gets scared on a highway. He goes gallivanting through the desert, basically, winds up on Route 66, winds up in a town called Radiator Springs on Route 66, meets Mater, the tow truck, meets all of the Route 66 folk after Lightning, demolishes the street. He is then sentenced to fix the road, basically. He cannot leave Radiator Springs until he fixes the road. So he meets everybody there, and he falls in love with this girl, Car, who, is a lawyer from LA or something like that. Why is her name escaping my mind? Lucy? No. Stacy? No. It might come to me. Bonnie Hunt is the voice of her. It'll come to me. So, it's an interesting story because Doc Hudson is the sheriff of this particular town, Radiator Springs, and then Lightning finds out that Doc Hudson won the Piston Cup back in the 50s, and then he just, disappeared, and then Doc has heart-to-hearts with Lightning, saying, listen, I was a hotshot racer, and then I got in an accident, and no one wanted anything to do with me anymore, so, things. And it was cool because Lightning is, realizing, well, what if I get in an accident, and, what if I lose things, will people stop caring about me, and I won't go ka-chow anymore, wink, and then the flash of lightning will go across people's face. So, it's realizing, should you slow down? Do you have enough time to slow down? What's important, what's not important, what's worth fighting for, what's not worth fighting for? I get it, okay? I get it. But it should have never spurred two sequels. Never. The only reason it spurred two sequels is because of how much money the toys made. Oh my God. Billions and billions of dollars were made from the Cars merchandise. No joke. Look that up. That is a fun fact. Billions and billions of dollars were made in toys and shirts and lunchboxes and all of these different Cars merchandise. And it makes sense because you make a movie about cars, obviously you're going to make cars, little toy cars. Do I have any toy cars? I have no toy cars near me. I have a Transformable Bumblebee, but it's not the same. That's why this movie made so much money in the theaters, because of the toys, but it also made a lot of money in revenue because of the toys, and that's why there was a Cars 2, and that's why there's a Cars 3. Cars Land came out 2008, I want to say, 2010, either late aughts or early 2010s. I don't remember when, but I remember when I first went there with my brother in 2018, this first time I saw it, it was so cool. They had a Bugs Land in Disney California Adventure Park, for a long time, since Bugs Life came out. Bugs Life came out, 96? Bugs Land opened 98, and it closed in 2018 because 3 days after my brother and I were there, Bugs Land closed. Fun fact. Man, we have weird luck when it comes to Disney parks, I'm now realizing. We were at Disney World for Hurricane Matthew. That was super fun. We were in Disneyland Friday, March 13th, 2020. The last day it was open, and it has not been open since. Very scary. And we were at a Bugs Land in 2018, days before it closed. Super weird. Super, super weird, now that I'm thinking about this out loud. But anyway, Cars Land is right next to Bugs Land, which is now Avengers Campus, which she'll open whenever the park reopens. But I remember, going there and I was like, wow, this is cool. And I'm looking at the details. Like, I look down before I look up. And I know you should always look up before you look down, but I always look down to look at my feet and see where I'm walking. And to see like this old blacktop with cracks in it and like tar marks and all these different things, I'm like, wow, they put detail. Like, how do you crack cement? Like, willingly crack cement in a perfect line and then put a tar mark over it, like showing that it's an old road, that it's patched, even though it's not old. So I like the little things. And the car's ride itself, the racers, so much fun. You get in your vehicle, you race through the mountain, you see the waterfall. It gives me chills every time I see it because it's like reminiscent of the movie, and you get the same soundtrack. So that's pretty cool. When my family went in March, our parents were obsessed with it too because it was. We made sure to show them the 3 movies to get an idea of Radiator Springs with the neon at night, during the daytime, get that feel. They loved it. So I have good memories with this movie because of seeing it with my family when I'm an adult. But when I was much younger, I was 16 when this came out. I didn't even care about it. Like, okay, great. I'm in a movie about cars. You're going to sell billions in toys. So, Cars 1, it's good. It's not great. But that's pretty much how the Cars movies go. The second one is hysterical, and I know everybody hates it, but I actually like it more than the first one. And the third it's okay. It's nothing special, and we'll talk about those. We'll talk about those. Okay, Cars 1, 2006 Disney Pixar animated feature film. Mucho mahalo.